Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is another review. Okay, this is Ready to Love season two season two reunion part two. Okay, if you have not done so already, please come on to subscribe to my channel and welcome my whole JayBird. Dun, 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 dun. It's late, y'all. I'm tired. Okay, do not forget to also like and comment and share this video, to follow me on IG at J_Lees_Corner and all of that goodness. All of that goodness. Okay, so we see episode two, picks right episode two. Part two of this reunion picks up right where part one left off. Riva and Mario still being ain't people. Okay, they still being shitty people, and we don't like them. Okay, we do not like Riva. We do not like Mario. Okay, and girl, I'm trying to relax and, take in my vacation and not put on real clothes. Anyway, because I got back to work next week Thursday. Why didn't I take off too much? Why did I take off until next? Girl, I don't know. Anyway, so, you know what I'm saying? We see, after Mario said, you know what I'm saying, I got back with Riva. And Tiny is shocked because, again, Tiny did not know. And, you know what I'm saying, they took a little break. Okay? And he's like, yo, you know what? Y'all ain't nothing. Y'all some low down, dirty scoundrel of people. Okay? And we see two different conversations happening in the back. And we see Riva and Mario on stage kissing like kissing cousins. It's just nasty. It's wrong. Just wrong. It's wrong. And I will say why in 1 second. So we see one of Riva, Tandy, and Ashima, and Ashima. I'm Ashima. You want to fight? Let's go. What we gonna do? To take off these clip on? Because my ears ain't pierced either. So I would have had on clip on earrings. What we gonna do? Who head we finna crack? Okay, I'm Ashima in every situation. Okay, and Tiny just feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's some foolishness and some fugazes going on. You know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, Ashima like, he just owe you more than that. You know what I'm saying, he should have just told you up front what was going on or whatever. He should have told you the truth before y'all came to this reunion. And Tiny, like, you know what I'm saying, Riva, it's always some kind of competition between her. I don't get why, you know what I'm saying, she feel like it's always a competition and she just want to win or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, they're not going to last long because, again, how you catch them is how you lose them. And I'm like, I kind of agree. You know what I'm saying? And the guys, for the most part, and I think the guys, was it London, Carrie, and maybe Jimmy, I think, was talking. And for the most part, I think Brent was in there too a little bit or whatever. It would have been messed up either way. It was no way for him to come out of that clean. It is, had he told Tandy before they got there. The men would make it seem as if, oh, he not wrong. We was all here to find love. You know what I'm saying? And he happened to find love with her, and she was really his first choice, that he didn't get to choose because she bull crap. Okay, at the end of the day, men are stupid, and the men don't get. The only issue is not the fact that he and Tiny didn't work out and he went to Riva. It's how he did it. Okay, it's how he did it that's messed up, and men are dumb if they don't get that or whatever. And I'm like, it's just stupid. Okay, he should have told Tiny, look, um, we over. Okay, but I want to forewarn you, I got with Riva. As long as Tanya had known that before they got on camera, I would not have had an issue with it. I think that would have been fine if but you surprised her on set to pacify Riva, and we knew that because when him and Riva kissed him and then looked at Tanya, and so they did it for just to piss Tanya. It's stupid. Trying to embarrass or make Tanya feel dumb made y'all look like sleazy, sneaky, slimy snakes. Okay. Anyway, so back on stage, Tanya like him. Okay, so what happened? Well, how did we get here? Here, okay. Riva brings up how, well, me and Mario, we wasn't talking. Okay, we was not talking before I left the show. Whatever, we was not talking. But you know what I'm saying, he told me how he couldn't stop thinking about me, okay? He told me he tried to make it work with Tiny. He was trying to make it work with Tiny, you know what I'm saying? But they kept fighting, okay? And you know what I'm saying? He told me how Tiny would not like it when he would like my pictures on Instagram. First of all, I wouldn't like it either. He shouldn't be liking your pictures on Instagram. Not if we together and he already know when you had issues. Any man liking the photos of women he knew you had issues with ain't a man I want to be with, okay? So that would have been a conversation that may have gotten heated, okay? Voices would have been raised because why you like it? Why? Of all the hoes on Instagram, you gonna like that hoe right there? Brother, I don't like it, okay? Now, he brings no, she then said, so he was doing that. She then said, then one day he called me, whatever, he invited me over, and we've been inseparable ever since. Lies, okay? Tiny, like me and Mario ain't been broken up not even 2 weeks. It's barely been 2 weeks. So at what point was he confiding in you about how much he was trying to make it work with Tiny? Okay, how they kept arguing, how he couldn't stop thinking about you. He had been talking to Riva the whole damn time. Okay, they had been having conversations while he was with Tiny. Okay, now he may not have invited her over until he and Tiny broke up, but he had been talking to Riva that whole time. Okay, you know, Mario, because Tiny thing was like, well, why didn't you just tell me before? Like, why wouldn't you talk? Like, what kind of man can have a conversation about what's going on between me and him? Okay, and so Mario then said, I called her because Tiny said, when did you talk to her? Well, I called her a couple days after we broke up, okay? Because me and Tiny, we were struggling. She said, if we were struggling, why wouldn't you tell me this? Why wouldn't you not let me know before today? But I'm telling you today, I'm telling you now, that's the issue. You're telling me now on camera in front of everyone. You didn't have to have enough respect for me to have this kind of conversation, this revelation off camera. So I would not be shell shocked around all these people. But I digress. That just shows how Mario ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't. It ain't no way to and again, it's not because he got with Riva. It's how he did it. Remember that, okay? Now he then bring up how he and Tiny had took a trip because they had been hanging out. And Tiny, like this, how you gonna act? You want your daughter to see this? I think meaning your daughter gonna see that you have been kind of lying and backsliding and doing things all behind my back, okay? Now him and Tiny had took a trip to, I think she said Puerto Rico. So they went to Puerto Rico. Okay, a whole couple trip. He then says since he and Riva got together, they went on a trip together to Mexico. And I said, how did you backslide into Riva's situation and then have time to plan a trip to Mexico, plus get ready to come to the show in less than 2 weeks? How that happen? Okay, look, if you think that they weren't planning that beforehand, you're lying. Mario lying, Riva lying. They sneaky, they snakes. Okay, and time, like, you basically wasting my time because if you're telling me, or because he was like, my heart was really tied was with Riva. I really care for Riva. Now he's singing Riva's praises the same way he was singing Tiny's praises the last 2 episodes of the show. Okay, again, you wasted my time because if you felt like she meant that much, then why did you fake the funk with me? Why? And that's why Mario ain't shit. Because out of his own mouth, he knew this, he knew that, he felt this, he felt that. But because he wanted to stay on the show, he stayed there and dated Riva. Dated Tiny. He could have left the show and went after Riva if that was really what his heart desired. But no, he stayed on camera and dated Tiny. And my thing is, you had enough time, but then breaking up with Tiny to call her Riva, invite her over, and then immediately go on a trip to Mexico? Okay. Okay. And I feel like Tiny telling Riva, girl, you have my sloppy seconds. You know what I'm saying? And the way you win him will be how you lose him. And you may not owe me no kind of apology or whatever, or no kind of explanation, Riva, but y'all still ain't shit. Okay? And that's what it was. So we move on from that because we know that it is what it is. Because he not a Riva, you know what I'm saying, bad legs front ass, and we don't care. So They get into Carrie and Riva. I didn't care. It was all the whole thing of when Carrie sent Riva that text message saying, you know what I'm saying, if you would be screaming out my name in passion, what would you call me? Would you call me Carrie or would you call me Cat Daddy? You know what I'm saying? And on the show, and on the reunion, he had the exact same excuse, reasoning, and explanation as to why he did what he did. It was a litmus test. Okay, I was testing her to see because she kept calling me Cat Daddy, and I wanted to see if she would take me out of the category of a nickname Cat Daddy and call me by my real name, Carrie. Okay, it was a litmus test, and we don't care. I still feel like Riva made that be too much of an issue. I don't think he was being inappropriate in that way. I do think he was being a little bit freaky dinky because him and Riva had been flirting. And Riva was saying things to him too. And he said something that he thought would not be offensive to find out why you keep calling me Cat Daddy. And it's true. Sometimes you do give people names because, you know what I'm saying, you don't really see them in any kind of way. That's why I hate when dudes call me anything but my damn name. My name ain't baby, it ain't honey, it ain't no. Unless we in the bed and we date and you can pay my rent 2 or 3 times, call me JayLee. Okay, you cannot call me by no nickname until you have been in my house and paid my rent at least once. Or paid a bill. Okay, don't give me no nickname until we have solidified that we are a couple. Okay, don't. Hey, beautiful. Thank you. But hey, JayLee. Hey, JayLee. Because if not, you just give me some name because you can't remember what my name is, and I don't like that. And that was kind of his thing too. But I'm older, so I mean, I his age older. Okay, I'm my age older. But you know what I'm saying? I don't. It wouldn't be an issue. I think that was just too drawn out, and I'm like, whatever. We then see John. John was the first one to go home. Okay, John was the one who kept telling him, "I'm here. I haven't been having sex. I'm celibate. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for my queen. I'm a king." And he had all this stuff that was teen too much. Okay, it was definitely teen too much all up and through. And he went home. Okay, the first day, and he went home saying, "I don't think my queen is here. I'm going to leave and go find a person who's supposed to be my queen because they don't recognize I'm a king." Oh, if you say so. So he's now married. Okay, and they like, what? Yeah. Now this is who Tommy was like, you been here and you was on the show and you was married or whatever. They cut and edited that up a lot. They made us feel like someone was on the show and was actively married. That wasn't what it was. Now what it was is he said before he came on the show he was dating people. Okay, he had a couple people in the pocket. Okay, that could have been something, but he still came on the show anyway, just to basically look for some options. And I say no, he wanted to be on the show because he wanted to be on television. Okay, and he got on here. Now he says again, there was a woman he was dating or whatever beforehand, but they were not married. But he knew of this woman came on the show, got sent home or whatever. He then said he got married 4 weeks ago, and he was like, "Wait, you knew this?" So he knew the woman he married before he was on the show, and he then got with her when he left the show, and they got married. So the thing was, you knew a little bit of, that you would probably marry her because how else would you leave the show and then get married? He then said, "Well, nah, be on the show kind of helped me realize that she's my soulmate." I said, "This fool here, okay? This is the kind of guy who should not have been on the show. He already had options. He already had somebody who he married the lady." Girl, now I don't know how long they're gonna stay married. Now he said he happy, okay? But I mean, the fact of the matter is, had he been on the show, he may have been with somebody else. But I'm like, girl, anyway. So that's who Tommy was saying, "Oh, you was on the show and you was married," because he, got married right after leaving the show. I think it was still some bullshit up and through. Okay, we then see all the stuff with Alexis, Divine, London, and Brent. Lord Jesus, these people here. Okay, these people what? Here. Now, London and Divine, Alexis and Brent. Okay, I still feel like London. I don't like London. So they say after the show, London and Divine, they had to figure some things out. You know what I'm saying? Figure things out and figure out where things would go. So that's what they had been doing or whatever. London brings up how she's great. He appreciates her. She was always there for him or whatever. Basically, she's my ride or die, my rock. She's my rock. And all this. I'm looking like London. Stop talking like a playboy, okay? Now, Brent and Alexis bring up how they're still figuring things out. You know what I'm saying? They're still building a foundation. You know what I'm saying? But they are happy where things are going. But they don't have no title. They're just dating right now, whatever. I don't feel like I don't feel like they have a title either. I don't feel like these two couples, no. I don't feel it. I feel like Divine is ready for something serious, and I feel like London just doesn't want to lose her because she looks good sitting next to him. I think that's what it was, but I can't say that he was like, oh, okay, she's my woman, she's my lady, she's the person in my life that's special. I didn't feel that at all. And with these two, I'm like, because they didn't start dating until the last two episodes of the show, so they girl like brand new puppies. Anyway, Tommy asked Divine how did it feel when, London kept calling her his ride or die, okay? And I felt like it may make him go off and do things, whatever, because he felt like I kind of wasn't going anywhere. And since he was out there, just sowing his wild oats all up and through, whatever. Alexa, well, that's true. That's what he was doing or whatever. I'm saying he knew Divine would choose him. He knew Divine had him as her end game. So, you know what I'm saying? For that reason, he knew that he can be out here doing whatever because I was not going to accept him straddling the fence, okay? But he knew Divine will always be in his back pocket. She wasn't going nowhere. I say, well, that's the truth of that's true. London ain't going, it wasn't a number one or number two. It wasn't about Mims and me, doing both, whatever. It was two different lanes. Okay, it was two different lanes, and I didn't want to be rude, and I didn't want to hurt feelings, and I didn't want to tell one person, you don't tell when you dating in real life, you don't tell so and so they number two. It should look. While what he said is true, when you are dating, you are supposed to date multiple people until you find who is the one. And you don't tell somebody, you're my number two. However, you also at the same time don't make them both feel like they're both number one. And like you may never really choose which one until the last minutes of the show. But you want them both to have you as their number ones. And that was the issue I had with London. London would get jealous whenever either woman was with either anybody except him. That ain't how it works. Because if you are allowed to date other people, they should be too. So it can be two lanes, but it need to be two lanes for all people involved. The fact of the matter is, you had two lanes, one with Alexis and one with Divine, but you got upset at Alexis or got jealous or whatever when you saw Alexis hanging out with Brent. Why? It was two lanes. Get out her lane. Okay, you have your own lane. Get your ass over there, lead them over there. It was just some bullshit or whatever. So, Alexis, in any situation, I'm saying, you have to be transparent. You know what I'm saying? And at times, you being transparent will hurt people because you're being honest. And I don't feel that he was fully transparent. No, everybody know London wasn't fully transparent. London is a playboy, okay, all up and through. Divine brings up how, like, well, for me, I feel like, in the dating phase, when everyone's dating and, makes them, I feel like, I can hold, or I can't get mad at him for, dating because everyone is trying to, figure out what's going on with other people. You're trying to get to know everyone. So I can't be upset or mad at him for that in that phase. I can only be, upset about what happens after we've had that conversation of it's just me and him, and after that moment. I'm like, girl, I still ain't heard that man say you was girlfriend. So they then get into three-way call gates. Okay, three-way call gate where Alexis says that London called her and then called Divine on three-way so that Divine could say that, you know what I'm saying, oh, well, you never told me I was your number one. Now, he still denies doing that. Alexis say that he did. Honey, I guess so. They then show the footage of the argument between Divine and Alexis at the wine thing. Now I feel like this is the first, usually the reunions are taped um before the cast has seen everything play out on television. So even though they may know, okay, this is who ended up with who, they haven't seen stuff that happened when they weren't there. So the guys had not seen this argument. The people who had been eliminated had not seen this. The only ones who had seen it was Tommy, and it was there. So you see as they are watching it, and you see Brent's reaction. You can see this. The people like, wow, oh wow, they going at it. So what you can also see, Alexis kind of like try to put her hand on Brent's leg to kind of make it like, oh, it's still me and you. But you could see Brent was uncomfortable seeing how hard Alexis was going at Divine about London, and two, when she then said, oh, I'm going to just leave. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be surrounded by fools. And so I think for him it felt like, okay, I was really an afterthought. I was really a second choice because she really had, her eyes set with Brent, with London, and she kind of just chose me because, you know what I'm saying, she didn't have London or whatever. And, I was like, oh. And, they was like, okay, so Brent, how do you feel after seeing, all that or whatever? He said, well, it was hard to watch. No, he was speechless. He says, it's a lot to unpack. It's a lot to unpack. He then brings up how, well, I can say this. Because again, they showed the scene of her saying how, her car broke down, or no, her keys locked in the car, and how London helped. Brent then say she was coming to me at night. That's very true. And she was late because she called me. She told me her keys was locked in the car. He said she also told me that London helped her and that they made out. And then she told me that happened that night. So, you know what I'm saying? I had already knew about it or whatever. So London still said that he did not kiss her. London is lying. You could tell that London was lying. He was not being truthful, and that he is being truthful, I feel, about the three-way call. He lying about this this kiss. He kissed her. That happened. Okay, point blank. Period. Okay. Divine said, I believe London. I don't believe Alexis because they was arguing so much that day at the restaurant. I say, girl, if you up here believing that man didn't kiss her simply because they argued earlier, I have had full-fledged arguments with boyfriends and still fucked them that night. Okay, so my thing is, you can't say that anyone did not kiss because they argued. You know how many people hate, I hate you sex, break up sex, okay? It happens all the time. And if they was arguing but they had feelings for each other, they could then make out. That was not a reason to say, I don't believe they were arguing. So what? Girl, anyway. So Ashima then say, well, that's not that you and Brent came over the house. And they was like, yeah. She then say she came to the house that night. Her and Brent came over to, she was like with me and Darren. We was hanging out or whatever. And she was talking about it. How, and it was the thing because that's why she was running late. So she not lying. London's lying. And I think Divine just doesn't want to accept the fact that London is lying. But I digress. I'm saying, anyway, and they like, she would have no reason to lie about it then. Like, and she said, you know how hard it was? You know what I'm saying? No. She would then say, why would she lie? Not only that, why would she lie to Brent? Why would she tell Brent that she did that? Because that would mess up her and Brent. I said, that's true. That's honey. But crazy people do crazy. Crazy is crazy. Who knows? So Alexis do bring up how uncomfortable it was having to tell Brent that she made out with London or whatever. So I had to reach the lie about that. I say, girl, you may not care about hurting Brent's feelings. You care more about hurting London and Divine. So, but I still believe Alexis. Okay. So London then looks like a liar and like he just doesn't know how to get out of his lie, and he brings up, who knows what else you gonna say. You would say anything. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need to drag this out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When if things ain't work out, leave it alone. I'm saying, you trying to target things that are important to me, like my image. Okay, so you want, and I'm like, what, girl? And they was kind of fussing back and forth. But I mean, London to me looks guilty as charged, okay? And I'm like, it's just team too much. So at the end of the day, I still believe that London and Alexis kissed that night, and London is a whole ass liar. And so we then get on to there was one girl, because as they after they played the video, and someone said, "Well, are y'all a couple, Alexis and Brent?" And she said, "Yes, we're together." He said, "Well, we're we're dating, okay? We're dating." She's like, "We know what?" And then the girl in the back, I think her name was Crystal or Christina. She then said, "Well, that don't mean they're together." And she was like, "What? And who's asking?" I said, "Oh shit! Now, no, we know Alexis will fight with her man, okay?" And well, who wants to know? I'm just saying, and it was cute to see Brent say, "Calm down, just don't worry about it," because I mean, she came from the back pew. I'm saying hallelujah about something or whatever, and then for her thing, and she was all, honey, she was all on Twitter, hashtagging it up. Like, saying, I just asked whatever I wanted to know. I was just girl, it wasn't that much of a deal. I'm saying, her saying, well, are y'all together or not? I mean, we can clearly see they not boyfriend girlfriend, but they kicking it. But I feel like she didn't have a moment all season. She wanted to do something to have her moment, and that was her moment or whatever. But Alex, like, who's asking? Tuh, tuh. Sit your ass down, whatever. And I'm saying, anyway. So from there, of course, she's like, she then said, yes, we're together. He then said, we're dating. And she then said, we don't do titles. We don't. I'm like, which one is it? Okay, what's going on here? Okay, well, what is it? But again, we know they're not really together. Okay, and so backstage, Brent, like I'm saying, I'm just trying to focus on, I'm not trying to focus on old stuff. I want to focus on, in the future, whatever. I want to move forward. I don't want to get you wrapped up into things that already happened. Meaning, me seeing things that happened then can only derail what we have moving forward if I focus on it too much. And I kind of get that or whatever. And then we then see Alexis and Divine hugging on the couch, seeing how they want to just kind of be positive black women, not be caught up in all the fuckery of it all, and all the fussing, okay? We want to be respectful of one another. I will say that Divine and Alexis had more calmness to themselves when talking about what happened than they did on the show. So I will say they did seem to respect each other. The beef was really with London and Alexis, and not Alexis and Divine. Let's just say that. Now we then got on Aisha. Now Aisha, you were the girl that I never had, and I want to get to know you better. Okay. Now they sent Aisha home, and they would bring up how, oh, she was too aggressive. Oh, she was all over the people or whatever. And, that kind of was not true. Now, Brent clarified, so, I'm not, because that's Aisha, and that's Penis Head Mike. Okay, so Brent clarified his comments and saying, I don't think me using the word aggressive was correct. I think it was that she was going after what she wanted, as other people were as well, but I wasn't really ready to give her that interest back. So it seems aggressive, but she wasn't aggressive, really, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Aisha brings up how, so I did not like them calling me aggressive. I also did not like Mario saying how I was kind of, going from man to man or whatever. She's like, for one, all the women on the show were aggressive because they were going for who or what they liked or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But Mario was saying that I was, in all the men faces a lie. She's like, I was only in Mario face and I was in Brent's face, and that was it. I wasn't going from man to man to man. So she felt like she was kind of, you know what I'm saying, thrown to wolves. Okay, the ladies agree like she was definitely unfairly judged based on the men saying things and her being sent home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the girls, like, everyone was trying to get to know everyone. So you may have talked to 5 guys because you were trying to get to know everyone, and it was not fair for them to kind of send her home for that reason. But we then see her and Penis Head Mike are a couple dating and stuff. I said, oh, Peter Tam, and okay, and Aisha. Now he brings up how once she was eliminated, how she called him, because we did see stuff that we did not see on the show, and it kind of showed how production only showed us what they wanted us to see. Because supposedly Terrell and Nina had a date that we didn't see, and we see a date between these two that we didn't see how much of a connection they had. And it made me realize if it gets to season 3, the rules need to change. For one, I don't think people should be eliminated. I don't. I think you should have the couples, and at least for the first 4 episodes, just let them mingle. If you are eliminating people on day 1, that's too soon to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they should follow the couples for like the first 6 episodes. It should be 12 episodes. The first 6 episodes should be following people. After the first 6 episodes, that's enough of them mixing and mingling to have formed bonds a little bit. And then maybe at episode 6, you can then examine, okay, who can maybe leave because they not really here for the right reasons or whatever. But not eliminate, a whole bunch. It should not be as many eliminations as it was. Let things progress. And then start, let people either send themselves home or get eliminated. But it should not be every episode someone is getting sent home. That ain't fair. It shouldn't be a game show. Okay. Anyway, so again, Penis Head Mike says how, after Aisha was eliminated, she called him. Because they had connected on the show. And we said scene of when he say, well, if you get eliminated, I'm going home too. And I'm like, oh, that was cute. And so he said when she called him and said that she was awesome, that she was eliminated, how he said, God is sending me a blessing in her because she's amazing. You know what I'm saying? He said, I can tell that she has been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of woman I want. I say, why you want a woman that has been through a lot? You want to fix her up, brother? Okay, I don't know about that anyway. He said, but I love this lady. They have been dating, spending time together. Their kids have, you know what I'm saying? It's great, you know what I'm saying? He said he said something that no other man on this stage said. Okay, he said, me and her dating. We dating real strong. I'm not saying that we, finna get married today, but we dating real strong. And he made it clear, this is my lady. Okay, point blank, period. Okay, they bring up. He said the only time we've had an argument or a fight was the one weekend where she didn't come to see me. He said because she my teddy bear. I said, oh, she your teddy bear. It's cute. And the thing about it is, okay, guess what? They got engaged. Yep. After the episode aired, they posted they are now engaged, honey. So the show Ready to Love has at least spawned one engaged couple who wasn't even a couple on the show. But to me, it shows how if you let people stay on the show and let it progress, you may get more valid couples versus people just trying to hook up with somebody enough to make it to the end. Versus you being able to really just genuinely enjoy someone's company. Okay. And so that was cute. So yeah, Aisha and Penis Head Mike are engaged. Very congratulations to the couple. Okay. The couple. And then that was the end of the show. So Darren and Ashima, they good. They gonna keep dating or whatever. Yeah, it is what it is. London and Divine, he like, I got my own house. I bought a house. You know what I'm saying? I want to make it a home or whatever. She brings up how she has closet space in this house. Do you have a key? Brent and Alexis, they just rag around seeing what's gonna happen. Okay, taking things day by day. They gonna break up. Mario and Riva. We don't care. We happy, you know what I'm saying? We gonna make it work, you know what I'm saying? I have deep feelings for this girl. He said the same thing about Tiny. And Tiny said he said the same thing about me. But okay, I've heard it all before. Okay, fuck y'all. Tiny brings up how hopefully she'll meet somebody that's grown and honest and who can respect her and accept her for who she is. Mike and Aisha, again, they're gonna keep dating. They're now engaged. Now Kimber and Jimmy and Nina and Terrell were almost couples. I don't know where they at right now, but they at least was almost couples on the show. And then John, was already married. And that was the whole episode. So, yeah. We shall see if it gets to season 3. But other than that, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm going to be doing the next own show called Family or Fiance, which starts next, I think, it may be something on New Year's Day. I don't know. But I'm doing that show too, so come back to see all of the foolishness. Okay? Anyway. Peace.